Oshio. I was just got through watching the news, and they had this thing on ABC News, World News, about, atheists and their putting up billboards and stuff, and, deliberately, to cause trouble. Alright? Now, each person's going to believe what they're going to believe, and, if they don't want to believe in God, that's their prerogative. But, like in each one of us, we have our own prerogatives on what we choose and do. But even at that does not mean that our choices is always the right choices, right? Okay. Now, here are these atheists. Now this is what you call hypocrites, okay? They point out and try to point out Christians. They call Christians hypocrites. But atheists and others who like to always come against Christians are the most biggest hypocrites of all. Okay. But because of lack of, because of time and all this, I'm not going to get into everything. What I wanted to point out, because to focus on, was what they had on the news. Okay, now check out. Here's the sign they put up: one nation, indivisible. Instead of saying one nation under God. Okay. And now they're wanting to stir trouble over this, and they wanting to even talk about putting more up, while the brothers in Christ who want to put up posters on billboards and stuff that says one nation under God. Well, see, the atheists, are keep trying to push their stuff on people. But here's the thing. Did they stop to think about that word on their poster? Trying to put out God off of her, but at the same time, they're being the biggest hypocrites. What is it? One nation, indivisible. Do they even know what that word means? Do they realize they are dividing? They are stirring up trouble? Have you ever seen how a atheist and others attack Christians? And I'm talking about true Christians. I'm not talking about the ones who claim to be Christians and who aren't, and they just love to fight. No, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about how the atheists and others who attack true Christians. You ever see how they do that? Oh yeah. And that's dividing. That's causing trouble. Now, if I can't help but think and feel that if this country was totally under socialism, would these people be happy? Because, see, under socialism, they could have their belief system. But it's funny how a lot of people that was under Russia, under the old socialist regime and stuff, how some of them that came out and turned to God found there was a problem with the socialist regime, the socialist thinking and things, right? But see, thing is, I guess, if I had a thought about this video, would be hypocrisy. A hypocrite can be anybody over anything, big things and little things. Right, of course. But the thing is, when you come off with the people who trying to stir up trouble, don't they know that that's being divisive? I mean, that's, they're dividing, stirring it up. Maybe they need to think a little bit more before they go putting up their posters, eh? But I think, though, we who love God, though we do get angry at these people for hurting others and stuff for what they do, we should be praying for them. it hurts, and it does make one angry to sit to see attack God. But God is not mocked, as it says. I think sometimes we forget that. You should stand up for your faith. But at the same time, that does not mean that the ground's to stir up trouble. If we start attacking them, are we any better than what they are? Think about it. You have to stand up for your faith, but you got to have wisdom in the, and I know there's a lot of us who lack that, and we need it. But what we're supposed to be doing is praying for these people. So, and also taking a look at our own lives. Before we start pulling specks out of people's eyes, maybe we need to do some clear cutting out of ours. Get the forest out of our eyes. Something to think about. God bless you. Shalom, man. Ho-ho.